Make her chase you without playing games. She didn't forget you. She simply never viewed you in that way. You message first, you invite her out, you wait on her replies, and still you feel invisible. Ever feel like the harder you push, the more you're shoved aside? Modern dating has men pouring energy into people who never truly valued them. You offered attention, she returned silence. You extended loyalty, she returned indifference. And every time you told yourself, maybe next time she'll recognize your worth. She won't, unless you become someone she can't overlook. Comment no more chasing if you're finished giving energy to people who take you for granted. Number 1, be calm, not desperate. Be calm, not desperate, because desperation doesn't merely push people away, it wrecks the foundation of self-respect you need to construct anything meaningful. And you know exactly what I'm referring to if you've ever sat with your phone in your hand, rereading a message she hasn't answered for hours or even days, wondering what you did wrong, questioning yourself, rewriting your words in your mind 1,000 times, hoping to locate the moment you slipped up, when deep down, you didn't slip up. You simply cared too much too soon, and she didn't. And the moment you began seeking her validation, you tilted the balance. You handed her power. You handed her control over your emotions, your sleep, your confidence. And the more effort you displayed, the more distance she grew. Because attention is only prized when it's earned, and when it's given out freely, it turns into background noise. And she stops regarding you as someone to admire and begins viewing you as someone easy to forget. And you might believe being nice or being persistent demonstrates strength, but in reality it exposes a lack of emotional discipline, because people, especially those shaped by endless options and attention, don't value what they didn't have to work for. And that means if you're always appearing first, always remaining available, always stretching yourself to make her feel comfortable while neglecting your own discomfort, what you're actually communicating is, my needs don't matter. And that's not attractive, it's invisible. And every time you abandon what you're doing to reply instantly, every time you send a second text, every time you rearrange your schedule for someone who won't even offer you clarity, you train them to take you for granted. And the worst part is, you sense it deep inside when you lie to your friends claiming you're busy, while you wait around hoping she'll message, when you pretend to be fine with her canceling just to avoid losing the little scraps she's offering you. But let me tell you, respect begins where self-abandonment ends. And until you stop elevating her opinion above your own peace, you will never be regarded as anything other than disposable. And the harsh reality is, most people don't know how to appreciate presence until it turns into absence. And that means the only genuine power you possess is detachment. Not coldness, not manipulation, but true emotional independence, where your sense of worth is not linked to how someone treats you or how frequently they respond. Where you can enjoy someone's company but not fear losing it because your life is already complete, your standards are already elevated, your path is already defined, and you know that anyone who enters your space is a guest, not a savior. And I know that sounds difficult to accept when you've been conditioned to believe love is about sacrifice and chasing and proving your worth. But what if the reverse was true? What if the moment you stop proving and start living, everything shifts? What if the version of you who doesn't care whether she stays or leaves is the version she actually desires? And what if you've been losing yourself trying to be selected instead of selecting yourself first? Because calm isn't passive, it's powerful. It's what occurs when you know your value so thoroughly that silence isn't awkward, time alone isn't frightening, being misunderstood doesn't trouble you, and walking away from disrespect is simple. And you reach there not by reading quotes or repeating affirmations, but by doing the work. Rising early even when you feel exhausted, remaining committed even when motivation fades, establishing boundaries even when you fear losing people. And it's in those quiet moments where you keep your word to yourself that your energy transforms, and suddenly you don't need to utter anything to make people respect you. They simply do, because they can sense that you're not chasing anything outside of you to feel complete. And from that place, you stop overreacting to delays, to cold replies, to games, because your emotions are not open for negotiation. And when she notices that you're not flinching, not following, not waiting, she either steps forward or steps away. And either way, you win. And the beauty of this mindset is,